The joy, laughter, and family of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been shared in the universe. Unfortunately, things have taken a tragic turn recently. Tears streamed down Kelly Ripa's face as she spoke, shocking fans across the United States. She mentioned the potential for saying farewell at an early stage, as well as love and loss. You can't dismiss this as a mere celebrity headline. We are witnessing an authentic human moment. A woman who has been through everything with her husband confronts the horrible prospect of losing him. Keep reading because Kelly's story has a tragic beginning, a hopeful middle, and a twist that will stay with you forever. Many of us thought of Kelly and Mark as more than just TV hosts. Theirs was the love story that restored our faith in everlasting bonds. From their time on All My Children to the joys of parenthood, their story is one of love, humor, and adventure. The strong ties we form in our own marriages over the course of many years were brought to mind by them. But let me tell you the reality. Storms can derail even the most resilient love stories. The storm came unexpectedly for Kelly and Mark, threatening to destroy the life they had painstakingly created together. It started with subtle hints, cautions, and moments that are easy to disregard, as many health crises do. The weariness was overwhelming for Mark. It was dismissed by him. While Kelly took note, she attributed it to stress. Later that night, on a seemingly routine evening, Mark's health took a terrifying turn. There was an agony, a moment of frailty, and then the room went silent. It was clear to Kelly that something was seriously wrong. At that very second, terror swept into their house and would never leave. Kelly found herself walking the chilly hospital hallways within hours. The room is illuminated by intense lights, the physicians are working swiftly, and machines hum in the background. No matter how hard I tried, she said, the fear would be like a heavy weight that I couldn't lift. The waiting followed, an agonizing, never-ending process. The shocking part is right here. Kelly and Mark's lives would be forever altered by the remarks spoken by the doctors when they eventually emerged. Words that drew them face to face with the most agonizing dilemma they would ever face. What if our allotted time isn't quite enough? It was bad news that nobody wanted to hear. An extremely dangerous illness was threatening Mark's life. The world seemed to have parted for Kelly. All it took was a single breath for her world of joy, assurance, and partnership to crumble into brittle uncertainty. I wanted to scream, but I knew screaming wouldn't help him, she told reporters afterwards. He required serenity. He was in need of power. It was the start of a journey that would put her faith, love, and endurance to the test. Even when I thought I had nothing left, Kelly made her public debut shortly thereafter. Simple yet devastating were her words, which were accompanied by trembling and tears. She pointed out, if I have to say goodbye, I want him to know he was my everything, my laughter, my strength, my safe place. Because they weren't scripted, those words reverberated among fans worldwide. They had not practiced. They conveyed the unfiltered emotions of a woman facing the prospect of parting ways with the guy she has loved for over 50 years. Still, there was more, even in those devastating words. Feeling even a little thankful. Appreciation for the time they had spent together, the memories they had made, and the fact that she had woken up next to him every morning. Kelly was dealing with a lot of emotional baggage, while Mark was busy trying to stay alive. In the future, doctors have a tough road to navigate. Therapies, behavioral modifications, and ongoing surveillance. You might see progress on certain days. On other days, obstacles are substantial. Mark, though, kept going. Kelly vowed, in her heartfelt sobs, to never leave him to battle alone. Through the shadows, she clutched his hand. In times of dread, she murmured words of reassurance. She acted as a rock for him. Another terrifying incident occurred at the very moment that they appeared to be settling into a routine. A shocking setback that sent shockwaves through their entire group. Late one night, Kelly had no choice but to take Mark back to the emergency room. Difficulties had appeared out of nowhere. Looking back, she said that drive was the longest of her life. I felt like I was being punished with every red light. It seemed like every second may be my last. Kelly confessed that she muttered a prayer in the midst of all the medical equipment in the hospital room. I need more time, please. A little more time. The prospect of saying farewell confronted her that night. An additional thing she discovered was an inner strength she had never before known she possessed. Over the subsequent days, Kelly found solace in prayer. Even in the solitude of her automobile, she prayed before going on air, as well as in the hospital's corridors and dressing rooms. Something out of the usual transpired not long after. She had admirers all around the nation. A deluge of hopeful letters arrived. People in the crowd began to pray for Mark specifically. My name is Kelly. One of the longest-running love stories in Hollywood has been symbolized by Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos for many years. Over the nearly 3 decades of their marriage, they have shared many laughs, overcome many obstacles, and formed an unbreakable relationship. But now Kelly's heartbreaking farewell to her loving husband, Mark Consuelos, has revealed a bitter chapter, and fans are heartbroken. An upsetting disclosure, warmth, humor, and happiness are what viewers anticipate on Live with Kelly and Mark. A recent broadcast, however, caused a drastic change in tone. Despite her usual boundless energy and sharp humor, Kelly found it difficult to control her tears as she gave a moving speech. "Mark has been by my side through thick and thin. Having to say goodbye is the most difficult thing that has ever happened to me." The studio fell silent as she spoke. Her unedited and real feelings shocked her fans. When love faces adversity, Kelly continued by saying that the past few months have been the worst of their lives. The couple's internal battle drove them to the brink, hidden behind smiles and joy. "We've been through a lot together, raising kids, establishing jobs, dealing with tough times. However, nothing can adequately prepare you for the realization that time is passing you by," Kelly admitted. Mark motioned for her hand as he sat silently by her side. In the midst of unfathomable sorrow, the tender act conveyed their bond, one of togetherness, resilience, and profound, enduring love. "Our family remains firm. Michael, Lola, and Joaquin Ripa Consuelos have been rock-solid supporters throughout this tragic chapter of their family story." Kelly acknowledged that breaking the news to their children was a particularly difficult assignment. "What is the best approach to break the news to your children that their beloved father might not be available at all times? No parent wants their children to have to deal with that type of pain." Despite everything, she was able to lift their parents' spirits by talking about how strong their children had been in providing support and consolation. Many fans expressed their prayers on social media. A flood of support flooded social media shortly after Kelly's heartbreaking confession. Thousands of fans sent Mark and Kelly meaningful comments using hashtags like #prayers4Mark and #StayStrongKelly. "Thanks to Kelly and Mark, we've had a lot of fun throughout the years," according to one fan. "Let us now take a position in solidarity with them. This is devastating, but seeing their love through such a storm is inspiring," someone else remarked. "Their loved ones are in my prayers." Notable figures also got in touch. Longtime Kelly co-host Ryan Seacrest said, "Mark is family to me. Their plight tears my heart. Best wishes and prayers sent with all my love." An emotional farewell from Kelly. When Kelly whispered goodbye, it was the most painful part. The end of love isn't signified by saying goodbye. What that signifies is that you are always on my mind. "Mark, you are my everything. You are my heart and soul." As she leaned into him, her voice faltered, and the studio audience and those watching at home could sense the depth of her sorrow. Their heartfelt farewell showed how far their love had gone, though no one wanted to hear it. A love legacy. Kelly urged her admirers to remember one thing from her message, despite the sadness: love is the greatest gift in life. Love, as Mark has taught me, is just turning up, day in and day out. Things like late-night chats, holding hands, fighting, and laughing are what make it special. It encompasses the whole spectrum. "To my family and I, that is the legacy he leaves behind." Her remarks struck a chord, serving as a poignant reminder that although time is transitory, love makes its imprint eternal. Despair and hope. Despite the indescribable sadness of the circumstance, Kelly left her message on a hopeful note. "We can't predict the future, but we can be grateful for the love we have now. Fear can't compare to that." Her unwavering determination shone brightly, even in the face of overwhelming sadness. Those who have followed them for decades have witnessed a resilient relationship through thick and thin. Last remarks. As Kelly Ripa bid farewell to Mark Consuelos with tears in her eyes, the entire world has mourned with her. It serves as a poignant reminder of the transience of life and the profound impact that pure love may have on our emotions. Laughter, love, and an unfaltering relationship have characterized Kelly and Mark's journey. Despite this heartbreaking chapter, their tale still motivates countless people. The affection of the fans will last forever, surpassing even the most heartbreaking farewells, as they stand in unity and offer prayers.